Joining us for more on all of this is attorney Will Scharf. He is on the legal team representing former President Trump before the U.S. Supreme Court and a candidate for Missouri Attorney General. Thank you for making time for us today. David Axelrod was a campaign consultant, also worked in the White House for Obama. He now has a big podcast, and he tweeted this yesterday. Based on what we heard today from SCOTUS, it sure feels that Trump may skate past the election without standing trial on the federal January 6 charges. If so, the New York City trial is likely the only he'll face pre-November. Under the circumstances, it's the best scenario he could have hoped for. How do you see it?
Yeah, we were certainly optimistic coming out of the Supreme Court yesterday. They seem to be taking this issue of presidential immunity, the scope of presidential immunity, very, very seriously, and they seemed very receptive to our arguments that without a robust presidential immunity for a president's official acts in office, the presidency itself as an institution could be absolutely crippled, and we wouldn't have presidents able to take the sort of decisive action that the Constitution intended because of this fear of political prosecutions after they leave office. So I think it was a great day for us in court yesterday. We'll obviously have to wait a little bit to see their final opinions in this case. But in the meantime, I think we're pretty excited by the way the court seems to be viewing this basket of issues.
So, Will, you know, during the arguments yesterday, there were a number of justices who worried about worst-case scenarios. Elena Kagan brought one up where she said, you have a president who staged a coup and asked the military to take part in that. Well, now he's out of office. You can't impeach him. She's saying, is there no way that that would be an act that he could be held liable for? And for the average person who hears that hypothetical on the street, they'd have a real problem with that, even if they agree that presidents need some kind of protection and immunity.
Well, first of all, we think the Constitution provides powerful checks against exactly that sort of parade of horribles, those sorts of outlandish scenarios. And those powerful checks have worked throughout the duration of our republic. We view the far greater threat as being what James Madison referred to as the use by political faction of newfangled and artificial treasons to oppress their political opponents, the sort of political show trials that have been the hallmark of banana republics for so long. Without presidential immunity, that's the future that I think we have to fear. And all of these outlandish scenarios about military coups and assassinations and that sort of thing, we haven't seen that in American history. But this use of the legal system by political faction to persecute their opponents, to me, that's the real fear that we need to avoid. And that seems to be what the Supreme Court was focused on yesterday, particularly with questioning by Justice Alito and Justice Gorsuch.
Will, Shannon asked Jonathan Turley earlier, and it's because she's been getting the question too, and I have no answer to this because I'm not a lawyer. When do you think that you'll get this decision sooner than later, or will they wait till June?
I think it's likely we'll see this decision on a normal time frame, which would be, let's say, mid to late June. Remember, back in December, Jack Smith tried to do an end run around the entire appellate process in this case, asked the Supreme Court to expedite things, to have essentially an immediate Supreme Court hearing on these presidential immunity issues before the D.C. Circuit even had the chance to weigh in. And the Supreme Court rejected that effort without a single noted dissent by a 9-0 vote. So I think the Supreme Court understands how serious these issues are. I think they want to take their time getting to the right decision, and I don't think they're going to let a political timeline get in the way of making sure they get the law right here on a momentous issue like presidential immunity.
All right, Will Scharf, thank you so much. We appreciate your time as we wait to hear what the Supreme Court decides. Thank you so much.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.